Hey guys, EVP Man here, and happy Father's Day to all fathers all over the world. Now, I think I found one of the best gifts for a dad, especially for a dad that has taken years and years of photos, but they're all on paper. Would you like to digitize them? Would you like to store them? Would you like to be able to share them with this generation and the next? Well, in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the Epson Fast Photo FF680W. This thing is the world's fastest photo scanner. We're talking 1 second fast. And not only that, but it will scan the photos, digitize them, and correct them, color correct them. It's going to fix all the problems of maybe some old photos that have gotten gray or have lost the color. So this will also scan even paper documents. So if your dad is a business person, wants to be able to scan receipts, wants to scan other documents, guess what? This is going to work. So let's go ahead and check out this product. I want to show you how fast it scans and how we're taking photos that we've had that were, some people would even call them ancient, and restoring them to look so new. Let's check it out. Now, the Epson Fast Photo FF680 is the world's fastest photo scanner, and you're going to see that in a couple seconds. But not only does it scan, this scanner scans and improves photos as it's doing the scan, and it's doing this like within a second. And it has the ability to give you different resolutions, anywhere from 300 to 1200 dpi as it scans these photos. Now keep in mind that as you increase the resolution of the capture, it may go a little bit slower because it's capturing more information. Now it also has OCR technology, and OCR stands for Optical Character Recognition, which means that not only will it scan documents for you, but it will make those documents editable or scannable. So you can actually see what's going on those documents. And it can do this at 45 pages per minute. It has two connection options, which is pretty cool. First of all, USB based, and then the most popular for me is the fact that you can do this wirelessly too. So literally, you don't have to connect anything to it. You can actually have this connected on your home Wi-Fi and access this from any device in your home. Now, it has picture perfect technology is what Epson refers to, where as it's scanning the photo, it's also doing color restoration. So if you think about any photo that over time has become washed out, that has lost its color, this thing is going to scan it and it's going to reproduce and improve the photo. Now, if you've been taking photos like I have for years, you know that the red eyes are out there, right? They're kind of freaky looking. Well, this will also correct red eye, it will deskew, and it will crop and allow you to rotate photos, all within the same solution. Now, the other thing is that for those of you who've been taking photos for years or have been receiving photo gifts, you know that sometimes there's a nice little message in the back of your photo. Well, this, not only is it going to scan the front of the photo, but the back of the photo, which has that, let's say, that handwritten note, is also going to be scanned too. So it's going to give you, again, that really, really cool experience. Now, the thing that makes this, again, blow my mind and why I wanted to review this on the channel is that it also works with a phone. So I literally can take a phone, put a photo, and then hit scan on my phone wirelessly, and the photo scans, and I'm telling you, like that, within a second, it's on my phone. That's super powerful. So let's take a look at the Epson printer. We'll take a look at it, and then we'll see it in action. Now, this scanner is super small, and let me just show you how small this is. I'm going to put my S22 Ultra right next to it or on top of it, and you can see how it's just slightly taller than, from a width perspective, than my S22 Ultra. Now, this device packs a lot of power, and I just want to show you right here some of the features here. First of all, you have this area here opens up, and this is how it kind of like expands itself to do everything it needs to do. So this opens up just like this, and boom, all of a sudden this is where you would put all your photos as they come in and get fed. And the cool thing about this is that you can put in photos of different sizes, so you're not stuck to one size. You can do various sizes. And then what you have is here all of your control buttons that you can press, but remember, you don't have to be intimidated by all these buttons because you can use the app or you can use the app on the PC. So phone or PC is going to work. And then the bottom area here, you just extend this tray out, and then pretty much photos go in here, photos come out of here. Just like that. It's that simple. Now, there's going to be a lot of little indicators here. You have Wi-Fi, you have when it's connected to your PC via USB, all those indicators are going to be present. But this is how easy this thing stows, right? It just goes away, puts it like this, and then that's pretty much to it. From the back, there's not a lot either. So in the back, you have a couple connections that we're looking at, and we'll get there on camera. You do have, again, your power connection, which your USB, and then your power connection here on the side. So literally, it just takes seconds to connect, and then seconds to scan. You're going to want to check it out. Let's take a look. All right, so let me show you how this process is going to work. Pretty much, I'm going to grab a whole bunch of photos here. They're not all the same size. and they're of our kids, they're of us. And what I did is I organized them with having the largest photo on the back and then the smaller photo in the front. So what we're going to do is we're going to place it in this area here, just like this, and have them right there ready to go. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into the application and we're going to choose the scan. Now here in the app, you have a couple choices. You have the ability to establish a year. You're also able to put, I don't want to call it metadata, but it's just general information that's going to tag and label these specific images. It will create a folder. It's going to organize into the best you can. So for example, those pictures are more, I would say, current. These are right here that I have. These are ancient. You can see the type of material that they are. They actually were pulled out of an old album, and you can see how old they are. So these, I'm going to call them old because they're old, and these I'm just going to leave it as is, and we're just going to run the scan. Now let's see how fast this goes. Keep in mind, this is crazy. It's not just scanning, but it's also color correcting at the same time. That's how fast it did it. So now if we go to the app, you have a couple of choices. You can either add another batch, or you can actually go into the photos themselves. We're going to go ahead and go into the photos so we can see what it did. Now once the scan goes through, and this is something that's configurable, I chose to have the original as well as the improved version. I just want to show you the difference. So here is a photo of my brother in our basement, and you can see that there's some damage, color is not all there, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the one that was corrected. And now, even though you still see some of the water damage here, you notice how things are brighter and even his color is better. And I would say the colors that you see around this entire area are more realistic. You do have, and I'm going to show another picture here, some other photos, and I'll grab one of my son and I. And this is not bad, right? But I'm going to go ahead and choose this one. And you notice how this one pops a little bit more. You do have some limited, or I don't want to call it limited, you do have some editing capabilities. You have the ability to enhance these photos, you have the ability to remove red eye. So the application has a lot of capabilities. What we're going to do is we're going to scan some of the really old ones next. All right, now this batch is an older batch. I just want to show you how many photos are in here. There's quite a few, right? So imagine putting this in a scanner and what it would take. So what we're going to do is we're going to just place them here. I'm going to place them this way. Make sure that's nice and tucked. And then I'm going to go to the application, and I'm going to go ahead and hit start scanning. And these are my old ones, right? So I'm going to basically say these are my oldies, and I'm literally going to name them oldies. And the year, I don't know what year it is, so I'm just going to leave the year as it is, but we're going to call them oldies. And now what we're going to do is just hit scan. So watch what happens. Let's see how fast it processes these. This is incredible. The speed is just something that I just freak out. So it did all those photos. Let's see what they look like now. And one other thing I wanted to mention is that when this does scans, it does do double-sided scans. So you can see the back of the photos are being included, and I can delete all those, which I will in a couple seconds. And that's just in case you have some writing in the back. And for those of you who may not be familiar with that, but in many cases, the photos, when they were taken and they were given as gifts, you would have something written when they were in paper form. So here what I'm going to do is I have a photo of my brother right here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and edit that photo. So we're going to choose edit. We're going to rotate it. All right, let's do a rotate again. And now this is the corrected version. So I eliminated the other version because there was no need for me to have it. But you saw how quickly that was. So you can actually very quickly scan all these documents and get them digitized in a matter of minutes. Think about first of all, the archival, and then think about being able to save these photos that are degrading every single day. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the same type of scan, but this time we're going to be using our phone to do so. Now, the benefit of this is that if you're looking for, let's say, scanning a receipt, a document, something that you want to email, because let's face it, not many of us don't even have phone lines in our homes anymore to do any kind of faxing. You can actually scan with this any kind of document. So I just want to show you how I'm going to basically connect. I have my phone here connected, and what we're going to do is we're going to hit scan photos. I'm going to scan that photo that you see right there, and we'll hit start scan. and we're going to watch the process also take place. Right? Same speed, and then what we're looking for is how long will it take to show up on the phone. Wow, that was fast. So guys, that wraps up our review of the Epson PhotoFast, world's fastest scanner. See you in the next video.